Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Shades here. Trump did win. I saw. And I just want to mention before we jump into the market here, because the market did pump. And it's pulling back. So I sold off. I sold the pump. My game plan was always to sell the pump. And I'm going to buy the dip when it comes back down. I don't know what. We're going to sit on hands. That's I don't know why I'm looking over there. The camera's not over there. I'm going to sit on hands because I don't know what's going to happen next. This pump is cool, awesome, but you would expect people to take profit after such a huge gap up on some of these stocks. So I took profit wherever I could. And now I'm just going to sit back and wait for my favorite stocks to get nice and cheap. That's just how we love to do it here in the Premium Discord and on the channel. And you know what's funny? I want to mention this before I continue. I was on the subreddits, the ones that have a lot of Democrats, the Democratic heavy subreddits, I guess I'll call it. I was in them just kind of spying on them, kind of like how I spy on AITX Discord. And I noticed the Democrat heavy subreddits. They were very bullish on Kamala. Like, too bullish. Like, you guys know what I'm saying? Like kind of how Sybil was getting all way too bullish. Like, oh my god, we're going to the moon. Woo! The moon, woo! Sybil stock's it's never going to 1 penny, Shades. You're wrong. It's going to go to 2 cents plunge. Woo! 10 cents, $1. Woo! Kind of like that. And I saw like a lot of these subreddits, they were just way too bullish on Kamala. Like, if Kamala was a stock, it seemed like the Democrats were way too bullish. Way too bullish. They were way too bullish. Like, woo, Kamala stock, woo, to the moon, we're going to win, woo. And when I saw that behavior, because I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about elections, but I've seen that kind of behavior before, right? We've seen it. When people go, woo, my stock is so special, it's going to go to the moon, we're going to win, it's going to go to dollars. We've seen that behavior before in the stock market. So when I saw that behavior in those subreddits, I was like, like, I've seen that behavior before in the stock market, and it never ends well for those people. People end up holding bags. People end up disappointed because, Sybil didn't go to the moon. So I saw that, and I predicted that Trump was going to win just off of behavior of those Democratic heavy subreddits, I guess. I don't know what to call them. So, and I was correct. I didn't even look at the data. You guys know I'm a data guy. I didn't even look at data. I just looked at the behavior of those Democratic heavy subreddits, and I was like, these people are way too bullish on their stock. If Kamala was a stock, I think Trump's going to win. So it just comes to show you that sometimes looking at how people behave and act, it can tell you a lot. So far, so good, I guess. But what I'm seeing is, let's get out of here. Let's switch over to the charts. Yeah, I dumped all my shares that I could of all the stocks that I was holding, because I'm like, hey, you're going to give me a pump, let me dump it. I'll buy the dip when it comes back down. I don't know what's going to happen. No one knows. Anyone pretending like they know? They don't. I didn't know that Trump was going to win. I just looked at the behavior of the Democrat-heavy subreddits, and I was like, AITX, when they were too bullish, and told me that I was stupid for saying that AITX is gonna see 002s again, and yeah, they were wrong. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. And we have the Fed rate, or don't we have the Fed meeting as well? So that, I think we're gonna pull back. People are gonna take profits. We're gonna pull back. Look to buy dips. So what I'm looking for here specifically, look at SPY pulling back right to support, buyer stepping in. That's exactly what we want to see. We get a huge pump. Yes, cool. Our buyer's going to step in and buy the dip. That's exactly what's happening here with SPY, which represents the top 500 companies. Bitcoin pulling back as well. I think the biggest thing for Bitcoin is that it holds support here at 74-ish. It has to hold that. If it doesn't, we're just going to come back down. Yeah. Ideally, it has to hold 72K plus. If it holds that, we're going to 80K, which is good for miners and the market as a whole. If buyers are stepping in, buying the dip on the top 500 companies, the SPY, then we should continue to see a pump. So Riot, Mara, of course, they're going to pump, but they're kind of, pulling back a little bit. So I'm going to wait for those to get cheap. Nvda, I was hoping for Nvda to come down to 100. I don't think we're going to see that. So At this point, I'm going to wait and see if is this a MACD crossover happening? We haven't gotten the crossover. We have to break out. See, if we break out, we get the MACD crossover, and we're going to pump to 150 on Nvda. So I might play the pump there if we break out, because that's a big level. We have to break that to go higher. And the MACD crossover, as you can see, the last time we got a crossover was way back here in October 3rd, 2024, and we had several green days to follow, with some pullbacks, of course. But ultimately, we made a move from a low of 120 to a high of 144 after that MACD crossover. Then we crossed under and came down. So if the crossover happens, we would assume that would coincide with a breakout as well and a move to a higher floor more than anything. So I'm watching Nvda for that breakout. Watching for miners to get cheap. Tesla, people are talking about $300. I don't know. We'll see. We would have to break 300 to go to 400. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play Tesla. I'm gonna stick to Nvidia. So no Tesla for me. ILS stock. We'll see. I still predict that one's gonna go down, and their earnings should be coming out soon. So that's gonna be telling more than anything. SoFi. I don't know when this one's going to stop going up. Maybe it is going to start creating a new floor up here, but I'm not buying it where it's at. Guys, we like cheap. So AATX, this one's a buy down here. 002s, 003s, that's a buy. Buy and hold for the next one sometime in the later half of, not the later half, in the first half of this coming year. So that's an easy one. It's just a buy and hold and be patient. Wait for it. $50 plus on Palantir. I know someone left a comment saying, yeah, I bought Palantir when you said buy it. And they're up on that one. This again, I think this one I think it's going to 100. Like I'm not even going to pretend. I'm not going, woo, 100, woo. I'm going, it's going to go to 100 because of the performance of the stock. Earnings. They just keep beating on earnings, my friends. Government contracts. There's too much going for the stock. AI as well. This is a winner. Even if you were to buy right now, long term it's going to be a winner. Not that I recommend buying right now. I would wait for a dip, but it might not dip. At best, it consolidates and then just goes higher. As you can see, it has not had a deep pullback in a while. I should delete this. We're already past 50. Yeah, I remember saying, hey, it's consolidating here. If it breaks out, we'll go to 50, and it did. So, it consolidates, goes higher. So we would expect consolidation and then goes higher because that's the pattern. So wait for the consolidation phase on that one. Tilray is dumping. I'm assuming because I don't know why. I don't know why this is dumping. I haven't bought in. I sold when it popped, but I haven't bought back in. I don't think I'm going to buy right now. I'm tempted, but I don't think so. I guess this is weird. Tilray stock is going down. Is this because Trump won? Is there like something? Did Trump say no marijuana legalization or something? Someone let me know. Because this one's dumping, which means we could potentially see this break below this bottom that it's held since last year of June. So that's why I'm not going to buy. Because it's very strange. Trump wins and now Tilray stock is dumping. Are all wheat stocks dumping? That's a good question. What's curl F? I'm going to check right now. Are all... I don't even know any other... I don't know the names of other wheat stocks. I swear there was a curl F. Wheat stocks. Are all of them dumping? Because if all of them are dumping, then I'm just not going to buy it. I'm just not going to buy it at that point. Let's see. Curl F. Yeah, I typed in curl F, but it didn't pop up. Curl F. There's got to be more. Isn't there canopy growth? Canopy growth. Cannabis stocks. Florida rejects legalization. Is that why? That's why, but what does Florida have to do with anything? So is this just a dumb pump? Yeah, all the it looks like all the marijuana stocks are falling. Which means I'm just gonna sit back and wait and see if buyers step in. I'm not gonna buy. You guys know me, I like to buy cheap, but and it is at the bottom. But let's wait and see if buyers step in like they did here. Because this is a big fat red candle with buyers not stepping in. So that's why I'm saying let's just wait. See, this is when you have to recognize, hey, it's at the bottom. It looks like a deal, right? But then you realize, like, wait a minute. That red candle, where are the buyers? They're not stepping in. We got negative news here as well. So this is when you look at this bottom and you go, I'm not going to jump in despite it being at the bottom. Let's wait and see if buyers show me that they still want it at this bottom or not. Maybe not. Maybe this is it. We're going to go lower. It would suck to buy in and then it just goes to $1 and under, and then they have to reverse split to stay on the higher exchange, and then we just get destroyed. So that's why I'm no until raid. I'm not even going to alert that one on Twitter anymore, or X, or whatever you want to call it. GME looking for a breakout above 25. BBAI, that one's a buy if it comes down to like 120-ish. 125-ish. It's too, I don't want to buy it up here, so I'm not interested in that one. SoundHound has what, earnings? We got earnings coming what, next week? They don't communicate, unfortunately, so they don't, their price action's kind of it's kind of been all over the place. Yeah, I don't think SoundHound, by the looks of SoundHound here, we're never going to see $4 again, it seems. It seems we're just going to trade at I don't know, man. I was bullish on this one, but the way the price action moves, it's kind of It's not a trader's dream, unfortunately, because you want a company to communicate every now and then. If they only communicate during earnings, then maybe you'd have to play the earnings and hope that it pumps and that they did good. That's not what you want. You want PRs that move the stock to the upside. So not right now, somehow not my favorite play, but I think long term it's gonna continue to climb higher. At least that's what, because it just hasn't come back down to $4. It hasn't. So we'll see. Maybe things change. Neo stock here being bought up. The dip is being bought here, so looking good for Neo so far. Sybil, I'm waiting for 0.012 and under. ASNS, another one we're just waiting on news. If without news, it's not going to move. But when it gets a government contract, it can move. So there's that one at the bottom. Stag, don't care for it, and QQQ, don't care. Yeah, okay, that's it, guys. So there you go. A lot of plays here for the different people out there who day trade or swing trade or play options. Plenty of plays. If I had to pick one out of all of these, I would say watch for Nvda breakout calls. That's what I would watch for. It could happen today. We'll see. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one.